Hello everyone. This topic covers global sea level rise as part of our lesson 1. So what are the main causes of global sea level rise? The rise in global mean sea level is caused by an increase in the volume of the global ocean. So as you add more waters to the global ocean, the sea level rises. And this is caused by two main reasons primarily. First is something called thermal expansion. So as the name implies, if you warm the water or if you warm the oceans by adding heat to it slowly, over time the sea level or the ocean's level still slowly rise. The second is if you are adding more water to the oceans, the level of the sea level also increases. And that at the present time we're adding more water or more ice through melting of glaciers and ice sheets. So places like Antarctica and Greenland, along with many mountain glaciers that are melting, are adding more ice and therefore water to the oceans, thereby increasing to a sea level rise. Here in this chart, we see that uh, on the x-axis here, we see from 1960 onwards, the y-axis is measuring the heat content in the oceans. The black line shows the heat contents from 0 to 2,000 meters depth of the ocean, and then the red line shows from the surface of the ocean to up to 700 meters. And as you can see, both the surface and deep waters have been slowly increasing in the heat content over the last 50 years or so, since 1960. And this heat content increase has been leading to an increase in the global sea level, the global mean sea level. Now, NASA uh, uh, keeps a record of a lot of these vital statistics, things like carbon dioxide, global temperature, Arctic ice minimum, land ice, along with sea level. And with this observations that NASA, along with other organizations like NOAA, have been keeping, we can tell that based on the ground data since 1870, the sea level change has been occurring steadily over the past century. And this above chart here shows, based on the coastal tide gauge data, how much the sea level has changed from 1870 to 2000. This here is a fraction of the same data that shows uh, sea level change from 1995 to present based on satellite data. So now we are looking at data collected from space. And based on this data, the sea level rate of change is about 3.4 millimeters per year. So every year, every annually, it's rising by 3.4 millimeters. So now we can compute that into decades or 10 years, 20 years in those intervals. Another resource here, these are all provided in the PowerPoint, shows based on observations, tide gauge data, how sea level has been occurring across various places. Now these up green arrows are indicating increase in sea level. The blue arrows pointing downwards are indicating decrease in sea level. Now what we see globally is from this, there's a lot of green arrows pointing upwards indicating increasing sea level rise. Particularly in the East Coast, we see here all along the eastern seacoast, lots of increases in sea level rise. So Boston here, uh, sea level rise has been increasing by 2.8 millimeters per year. Down by Montauk, New York, 3.23 millimeters per year. Atlantic City, another region where the sea level has been increasing greatly, 4.07 millimeters per year. Similarly, if you go down to Florida here, Miami, it's 2.39 millimeters per year. So again, you can use this to see what are the observations and how sea level has been changing over time.